guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while and I hope you've been good. I've been very good, certainly. And the reason for the absence was because I took a break and I was at my hometown back in India and escaping the harsh Toronto winters. This year was quite snowy, so was still nice to come back. I was back about 2 weeks ago and still seeing the tapering of winters here. So I hope you have had a nice winter wherever you may have been. And Certainly, there's tons to catch up on, but I have some recent pickups for you on this video. So let's sit back, relax, and look at those. And if you're new here, thanks for checking it out. Check out my other stuff. And I'm Saumil. I love minimalist menswear. So most of my channel has a lot of minimalist essential pieces. And I like to build, buy less but buy better, buy for life. So that's my philosophy. And most of my pickups are relating to that. And I'm seeking permanence in my style. So if you resonate with that, here you are. And today's video has a ton of pickups, recent ones that I made after coming here, except for one which I had before I left. So I'll also feature that. But let's begin with the first one, which is right here, which is this beautiful sort of coffee dark brown leather square toe side zip boot from COS. Now, I was excited to check this out. I bought this on a whim because I was not planning to buy this, and I was just checking out boots that were similar to, you know what, the Our Legacy Camion or its alternative from 316. Essentially, a nice, bit more chunky, squared out design with a side zip in a nice leather finish. But of course, I did not want to pay a full-fledged price for this because I usually wear the SLP whites and that's my go-to boot and usually fits my aesthetic bang on. However, I was wanting a sort of like a twist, everyone wants a bit more versatility in their wardrobe. So when I ran into this on the cost side, this was the last one available. And I just decided to go with it. And I think I found a winner. So let's look at what this boot has to offer. Now, this is a made in Portugal square toe boot, similar to probably the place where Our Legacy and 316 get their boots made from. The supply information is also available on cost, so that's what I like. Again, I was buying from cost after a while, so I was also intrigued to see their quality and keep you an update on that. So we'll talk a bit about that. So here's the thing: when you live in Canada, like I do, I live in Toronto, and you order from COS, the items usually get shipped to you from the States or from Europe. I think this one came from Sweden or the Netherlands. I'm not too sure. And you do have to pay a custom like duty import, which was not super high on this. I snagged the entire thing with like $60 of custom and its retail price for like 390 Canadian, so I would say 400 give or take, which I think is a fair price for this. So that is that, keep in mind. And the other thing that I found weird, which you may let me know probably in the comments down below, is that before I used to buy from COS, especially I bought like a pair of two strap slides and they always came in a box and a shoe bag, like a dust bag. This time, however, they came really nicely packaged, but were missing both the box or the dust bag. So I don't know what's up with that. However, I probably might write to them regarding that. But looking at the boot, I really love the boot. I think the color is spot on. Like I love this color. They have some conscious dye, which they mentioned as a description on the website, and it has like a espresso dye. So my understanding is this was dyed with espresso beans because it does definitely have like a very nice chocolatey sort of dark espresso like tone, and it does look grayish black in certain lighting, has an aubergine like sheen to it. The leather itself is very good. The leather is super supple and waxy matte, which I also like. The other thing that I like is definitely the entire shoe inside is also leather lined, which is definitely a plus. And the other most important thing is the sole. Now, thankfully, this one came with a rubber sole, so I do not need to get it Vibram puttied. I think the grip is fantastic, especially when I wore this and it was snowing late in the night and I was out. Has super nice grip, so super good for the grip. Um, and yeah, the zipper itself is also super nice. Now, COS uses a uniform zipper on all its boots. So this one is no different. I love the COS zippers because they're like ultra minimal and brutalist. This entire shoe looks super brutalist. That's the reason I went for this. This is a matte black zipper which is concealed. So I like that. I think the understated look is the concealed one. And apart from that, the only difference I can point out with its alternatives, or rather the original Camion boot or the 316 one, is that this construction has a seam on top. So the shoe has two parts in its construction, the upper, and then it's stitched on to the to the ankle shaft and the back. But I do think it's still a very clean design and a bit more original as well. So I love this bit. The other thing I find distinctive about this particular boot is the toe box shape. Now, the toe box shape has two things going on which are different from the Our Legacy and the 316 or other alternatives. If you looked at the ASOS ones, probably is that this one has a midsole or the outsole coming out of it, so there is a definite periphery to the boot when you look at it from up top, and then that creates a more chunkier or like a more, let's say, brutalist looking silhouette, which I really, really loved about this. And the other thing is that there is a slight chisel on the toe box as well. So the other ones are quite flat, but if you look at the toe box on this boot, there is a slight chisel. So it's a very similar chisel to my SLP ones, but since this toe box is more squared out, it does, you know, look a slight bit different, but I think when they put these boots together, they go definitely towards my style more than a flat one, which you see on the camions. So I definitely would recommend this. If you do find it on your COS website, get it. I got a size down by a half. This was a UK 9, a EU 43. I love the EU sizes. I wear a 43 and a half, but with a toe box this big, I could definitely see a 43. They're breaking in nicely. The leather is super supple. It started to form with my ankle. So love this. Let me know your thoughts on this pickup. Moving on, I picked up this beautiful bomber jacket from Massimo Dutti. And this one is actually a very impromptu pickup because I was just browsing and I came across this bomber jacket from Massimo, and it is a very nice sort of green, brown, khaki tone and has sort of like a cross between a Barbour wax jacket and a bomber jacket. It has this beautiful collar which has corduroy brown on it, and I got it in the size XL, and it has a dual zip which I absolutely love. The material is super cozy on this. It feels like a brushed suede. This is definitely polyester or some sort of synthetic, but the way it feels against your skin is super nice, so I'm happy for this one. This, I believe, is available on the website. So I'll leave a link down below, both in black and this color, so you can check it out. I got a 25% off this, I believe. And I think styling wise, I really would love to just use it as like a mid layer when we're more in the spring, and also add more warm tones because my wardrobe has a ton of black. So I went with a khaki on this one. And the distinct feature it has is got two side zips on the wem, like on the on the bottom panel of the jacket, so they can create a sort of boxy silhouette. I think Massimo Dutti has been really killing it lately, and moving on from their more sartorial equestrian style to a bit more modernist, COS-like style. So I really like this pickup as well. And then moving on to two object pickups or like accessory pickups is first one from one of my favorite, if not my favorite, eyewear brand, is this beautiful Oriel lens from Akila. This is the one that I picked up right before or around the time before I left. So like November-ish of last year from Essence Sale. That's a perfect place to buy these because these are American. And I love Akila mainly because they design super well, but they really understand the colored tints or the colored lenses. I've also made another video about Akila Res, I believe. So this was a nice addition because this is a part of the Akila aluminum collection, and it's a super industrial looking lens. This is a sort of amber like brown lens which has a nice transition. It's a transition lens, so goes like full dark brown in the sun and then is obviously primed to be worn in the evening or indoor environments as well, and it looks super nice, has a right amount of tint. I do believe this also helps me with the blue light and just my overall vision during the evenings or like night out times where I wear this the most. Also, the weight is super nice because it's aluminum, and the design of this is particularly what caught my attention because this is heavily industrial inspired. The hinges are exposed, and you see the screw work on this. The nose pads are acetate, and there are markings on the lens itself. The lens itself, like the frame itself, is brushed aluminum in black. It's a very, very versatile, uh, go anywhere, do anything sort of a lens. I've had it on for numerous times in the night, in the evenings, and it's just served me well. I love Akila, and I would definitely be collecting more from them. And then finally, to close this out, I had an impromptu pickup from a friend actually. I am a big perfume guy, and I picked up my first ever DS Durga perfume. I knew of this brand since I know of them since 2018, I would say, when I ran into their New York stores. That's where the brand is from. It's like a very bougie New York brand, just like Le Labo. And I always wanted to buy something, but I never checked them out. And then long time ago, I got a sample of Le Labo with six of their fragrances, and I fell in love with Another 13. If you may know of Another 13, that is a complete synthetic and has more or less the same components as this one. This one is I don't know what by DSM Durga, and they clearly state this is a fragrance enhancer. Now, I was unaware of this, but I took it on a whim because a friend was selling this and I picked it up from her for a really decent price. She barely used it. And to my nose, this smells almost indistinguishable from the Another 13 one. So I was really happy to give this a go. Now, here's the thing with such fragrances, they do smell or enhance your skin scent. I think they're made up of like a couple of ingredients, which is like ISOE super and some other fixatives that help diffuse or like help, create an aura, create a bubble around you. The other times that I was wearing my Lilabo 13 was when I wear my original Thé Noir, which is my signature scent, and I used to spritz like a spray maybe two of Another 13, and then the whole thing becomes more three-dimensional. I would get the highest amount of compliments when I was onto that. When I got my hands on this one in particular, I do find it super similar. It, in essence, from the bottle cap itself, it does not smell like much. A bit more like paper from a fresh print magazine, and also like pencil shavings with some undertones of musk on my skin. When I wear it alone, I give it a try. It turns into a bit more of a musky, powdery, sort of modern minimalist fragrance. So I'm really happy with this. Obviously, love the bottle as well because it goes with the rest of my collection. I love clear bottles, they just have an aesthetic with a nice type on this. And then love the click on this. So yeah, that's that. I think a good curation of mix of things. I definitely feel so. Let me know your thoughts about these pickups, or if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please leave them down below. Make sure you leave this one a thumbs up. And once again, wherever you are, have a good one. Latest. Bye bye.